Hi, I'm Leah. I'm just starting this YouTube channel to cook random old recipes while also drinking wine and dealing with my children. So,
why can't you make chocolate cake?
The first recipe that I'm going to make today is from a book that's called, it's kind of weird title, From Fingers to Finger Bowls. This is a book about Native American cooking, but also frontiersman cooking, Gold Rush era kind of stuff. And the chapter of the recipe that I'm cooking from is called The Bear Eating Gold Seekers. I'll show you the page right there.
They can't really see it because it's really small.
No, they can see it. Are you sure? Anyways, it's called The Bear Eating Gold Seekers chapter, which I'm assuming they were eating bears and seeking for gold.
Chocolate cake.
And the recipe is called Hangover Remedy. So this recipe says, highly recommended for heavy heads is a soothing thickened milk brew with a dash of brandy and nutmeg. It calls for flour, milk, salts, brandy, and nutmeg. Okay, this shit sounds weird, but we're gonna try it. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my stove on medium here. Here's oven. Octopus Gaming, hashtag Octopus Gaming. Go see his channel.
Make chocolate cake. You're supposed to make.
I'm gonna make Evan taste test this recipe with me. It's probably gonna be gross, but we're gonna do it anyway.
You just see me in the edge.
So we're just heating up the pan here. Let's take a drink of wine while the pan heats. Let's do that.
Make chocolate cake.
No, you're not getting chocolate cake. Now stop asking. You're gonna get Hangover Remedy for dessert. So I have like some of my ingredients here. Flour, milk,
Chocolate cake.
brandy, salt, nutmeg. Really basic ingredients. So this book was written by an old white lady. Her name is Helen Walker Linsemeyer, and her interests include area history, food history, genealogy, organic gardening, and gourmet cooking. And she lives in Arkansas since late 1988. So that's a picture of her. Kind of funny, like the book starts out with Native American cooking, and then it kind of goes into frontiersman, gold digger cooking, and written by an old white lady from the 70s. So yeah, not sure about that. If you're interested in the book, go look it up. $7 on Amazon.
If you're interested
it's there.
If you're interested in fidget spinner and you're stuck them on Amazon, so then you can get these boys, some rainbow boys. Amazing.
How do I flip the camera again?
You can do it while recording.
You can't do it. Oh, all right, that's cool. All right, so I think our pan's heated up here. So it says, I'm just gonna read the recipe out because it's a bit weird, and that's why it stood out to me. It says, put 2 tablespoons of flour in a frying pan and cook until golden brown. So I got my 2 tablespoons here. We're gonna throw that in, and we're just gonna use a whisk to stir it up here. This is really weird. I added oil to this recipe because in the book it didn't say to add oil or butter or anything, and I'm thinking I can't just add dry flour to a fucking saucepan, right? Like, that's crazy. So I added some oil, and I'm gonna brown up the flour here. You can kind of see what I'm doing. If you're a cook, you already know what's happening here. Like, you already know what's going on. But we're just going to wait till this gets brown, I guess.
But
The recipe also says...
But if you're not a cook,
to
then
use-
you cannot make chocolate cake.
True, very true, Evan. It says to add a quart of milk. A quart. I don't know exactly a quart.
I think it means a
That's like a quarter of a gallon. That's a lot of freaking milk. So I'm just going to use a cup of milk. I'm just going to
Just
do
use
my
a
own
quarter. Use a quarter of milk.
thing. No, I can't use an actual... Well, I'm going to use just a cup of milk. So...
You know what I mean?
I got
like
2
quarter.
tablespoons flour. I do, dear. Thank you. 2 tablespoons flour. A little bit of oil. Stirring it up here. Getting it all kind of browned. Still not quite brown yet.
Can you show
Don't mind
them
my
so that
totally
we-
unprofessional, dirty ass looking pan.
My dad went on a hill and found this quartz rock for me. Me, little
Okay,
boy.
that's totally unrelated to the video, but thank you for your comment, dear. I appreciate it. Let's take some more wine. Do. If I had editing capabilities, I would put in some like really fun elevator music right here. Do. That's good. It's a Bogle.
You can do
Bogle
that,
Old
Mom.
Vine Zen. Delish. Okay.
You can do that, Mom, but...
I'm going to add the milk now. It's got the sizzle going. You can hear the sizzle, maybe, possibly. Gonna just stir that up. Hangover remedy. What the fuck? This shit is weird. I just imagine like a bunch of guys like digging for gold, drinking too much whiskey, right? And they're like, man, we don't feel so good, but we got to get out there and dig for some gold. So I guess this is what they thought up. Interesting. It's getting to be like a thick, like a bechamel type of sauce. You know what a bechamel is, people. You know what I'm talking about. So then the recipe says, stir well, blah, blah, blah. Cook a few minutes. Then add some salt. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of my cow salt here. A little bit of my cow salt. Oh, sorry. There it is.
Kawasaki.
A little cow salt.
Kawasaki.
Kawasaki, that's a motorcycle.
No, it's Kawasaki. You're adding some
It's getting really thick at this point. I'm going to turn the heat down.
Because you add some Kawasaki. That's why.
And then it says to add the brandy. So, okay. I'm just gonna... This looks disgusting. Just gonna put that out there. So we're gonna open our brandy. We got this Reynal VSOP blah de blah French brandy. We're gonna add a smidge of that. I don't know. It was kind of like a quarter cup. I just splashed it in there. Whatevs. Gonna stir that around. And does it say removed from the heat? Allowed to cool. Okay, so we're gonna remove that from the heat. This is not for kids, okay? So Evan is not going to be taste testing this with me because we do not burn the alcohol off in this recipe. This is straight up brandy bechamel. It's like a weird liquor paste. Who thought of this? Ew, it's gross, actually. This is just weird. Alright, it says to allow it to cool, which I don't know how long that's going to take. So we're just going to take it off the burner and then drink more wine. Do. You would have anything you want to say, Evan?
I'm going to play the Xbox. So,
No. I'm not allowed to play the Xbox while I make my YouTube videos.
Erin, Mom, what I'm gonna do is put my headphones on so I can hear the Xbox sound and turn the Xbox sound all the way down so you can't hear it and only I can.
I thought you were going to help me with this.
No, I'll just annoy you sometimes. It's chocolate cake. Chocolate cake!
All right. Well, you know, this is my first video, so don't be too harsh. I definitely like doing this. I think that I'm funny. I'm not quite sure. So if I do get followers, I would be surprised. I live in a tiny little apartment. I have 3 sons, a husband. I love to cook. But I thought cooking weird random stuff would be fun. And I want to cook like old grandma recipes. I'm not going to hand make pasta, people, so do not send me make this handmade pasta shit. Like, that's not going to happen. So, old grandma recipes that don't include handmade pasta. I would love to try out anybody's suggestions. I have a couple old cookbooks that I'm looking at. I'm interested in kind of finding some new old cookbooks, like from thrift stores or recipes of that nature, that are from really, really old cookbooks that maybe people have never done before. So maybe you find a recipe in an old cookbook and you're like, what the hell is this? Like, people ate this? I want to cook that. Or maybe something cool, like an old cocktail. Something new and fun, but that's also old and weird. That's what I'm interested in. So people, send me your ideas. I'm just going to go ahead and stir this again. This looks like a really weird porridge. Kind of show you a picture there. It doesn't look appetizing at all. It's telling me to add nutmeg. So I'm going to go ahead and add some nutmeg. My nutmeg is not fresh. It's an older thing of nutmeg. I mean, who uses up all their nutmeg? I mean, come on, be serious. But we're just going to do a little dash in there. I don't know. A little poop poop. Doot doot doot. Little dash in there. You can see it. Okay. We're going to stir that in. And then we're going to taste this shit. And to be honest, I'm scared because this looks nasty. Alright. So, hangover remedy recipe is done. I've completed all the steps. I think I've done an okay job. Now, the last step is to taste it. I hope I look okay. You know, did my best here. Just gonna pretend that I'm a gold digger guy after a long night of drinking. Maybe I found some gold. I was celebrating, living it up, drinking the moonshine. And the next day I had to go back to work and I was just not feeling so good. And then my good old grandma made me some hangover remedy. And I was like, thank you, Grandma, because I really need this. So thank you. So here we go. Not good. I don't know what those frontiersmen gold digging people were thinking, but that shit is nasty. I'm really glad that I have the brandy left over to partake, but I would never make this recipe again. So that's the end of my video, folks. Thanks for joining me, and don't make the hangover remedy recipe from fingers to finger bowls. Not good. Okay, bye.